is The Buzz, your music news update for the latest on your favorite artist and more. Brought to you by Philadonian TV, sponsored by JoJoMacMusic.com. Hello everyone, I am Pistol and this is The Buzz. Tom Bell, the legendary Jamaican-born producer and songwriter, has died at the age of 79. Bell died at his home in Bellingham, Washington, on Thursday, December 22nd. No cause of death was immediately given. A Grammy-winning songwriter and producer, he was one of the key architects of the richly orchestrated sound of Philadelphia's brand of soul music, along with Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff. He's credited on dozens of classics, including the OJs, Backstabbers, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, I Miss You, and the Stylistics, Betcha by Golly Wow. Bell was born in Jamaica in 1943 and moved as a child to Philadelphia in the United States, where he was raised with 9 brothers and sisters. His parents were both musicians, and he studied classical piano as a child. Bell is survived by his wife, Vanessa, and 6 children. After 17 years in the music industry, D'Angel has managed to remain a household name. She was one of the standout acts on Ghetto Splash at Waterhouse Mini Stadium in St. Andrew. Recently, at 44, she looks as youthful as when she emerged with Living Uptown in 2005. These days, the tabloid darling balances artistry with motherhood and philanthropy through the Angels Foundation Jamaica. The singer, whose given name is Michelle Downer, said she strives to be authentic and it has worked in her favor. In October, the Broadcasting Commission issued a ban on music glorifying violence and the use of illicit drugs such as Molly on the radio. Their action drew mixed reviews, but for the Angel, it was not the most effective move. She said, quote, "It doesn't make a difference. You have to censor what your children listen to as a parent because that's not the responsibility of artists. The ban doesn't make sense because music is still on YouTube and anyone can look it up." End quote. The Angel started out as a model with the popular Miguel models in the 1990s. She later auditioned for a group called Loy, which was managed by Horatio Hamilton, music and events promoter for the Sashi series. She's completing an 8-track EP titled Exposed to be released in early 2023. She said the distributor decided that 2023 would be a good time to release it. It's going to express who I am. I'm anticipating a good feedback. This will show the sexy side of D'Angel. The management team of dancehall star Jashi is refuting reports of a physical altercation between the DJ and fellow artist Briscoe at the recently held Ghetto Splash in St. Andrew, Jamaica. A video making the rounds on social media shows what appears to be some discontent between the artist's camp at the event, but Jashi's handlers insist that there is no beef. The statement read, "We want to make it vehemently clear that the above assertions are false and malicious, as at no point was Jashi involved in a conflict. Admittedly, he was at the event performing for approximately 15 minutes when his set was suddenly interrupted by fellow entertainer Briscoe, who was asked respectfully by Jashi to exit the stage so he could complete his performance. Unfortunately, his refusal led to a skirmish with an onstage observer, which was quickly brought under control by the event's security detail." End quote. Meanwhile, Jashi expressed regret at the incident that tainted his set and sought to assure that he holds no animosity towards Briscoe, despite the spat. Jashi's management team also expressed gratitude to organizers for the opportunity to perform. Former attorney-at-law Jennifer Masado will stand trial on March 1st next year on allegations that she defrauded dancehall entertainer Mavado of more than $30 million. However, attorney-at-law Christopher Townsend, who represents the embattled Masado, believes that Sinjay Mavado ought to be focused on pursuing redress through the civil courts instead of the criminal courts. He says Mrs. Masado has filed for bankruptcy, and it is the trustee in bankruptcy who will distribute assets for which he, Mavado, is making a claim. However, Mavado has not made a civil claim. Instead, he has been focusing on the criminal courts when he should really be focusing on the civil courts. He said winning the case next year doesn't mean that Mavado will be getting back any money, but Mavado has been focused on this particular course of action instead of pursuing her in civil courts. Masado is accused of defrauding Mavado of more than $30 million in a real estate deal in 2018. In the meantime, according to Hoswest Senior Smith, Mavado's lawyer, his client appeared to be very encouraged given the setting of the trial dates. I am Pistol, and that, my friends, was The Buzz. That was The Buzz,
your music news update
for the latest on your favorite artist and more. Brought to you by Philadonian TV, sponsored by JoJoMacMusic.com.
Let me sing, yeah, you know.